How do you judge the quality of a living space? And that's exactly what I was wondering when I was exploring the wonderful world of Zelda Twilight Princess. Specifically, the small, quaint, beautiful village of Ordon Village, south of Hyrule, the hometown of Link, the hero of Twilight. Okie dokie, folks. We're here in Ordon Village, a beautiful little village. And in order to judge the quality of living in this beautiful area south of Hyrule, we have a couple of points. 7 to be exact. The first one is quality of life, right? Like, for instance, how is the safety in the village? What's the crime like? The second point is economic factors, like employment. Are there places for these people to work and make money for their families? Seems simple enough, right? The third point is the infrastructure of the village, like transportation, public works, stuff like that. The fourth point is recreation. What will they do for fun? How can you pass the time in this little village that you have? The fifth point is environmental factors, like air quality, green spaces. The sixth point is community and social cohesion, folks. What is their engagement like? Are they unified? Is there diversity? How do they spend their time together? Can they even spend their time together? Do they live in peace? And the seventh and final point, cleanliness, baby. How clean is this place? Boy, we're gonna find out. Ordon Village is located far away from the monster-ridden land of Hyrule, which is great for the citizens in terms of safety. Throughout the game of Twilight Princess, it's actually pretty impressive to note that although monsters are all around in the land of Hyrule, they never penetrate the forest-ridden walls of Ordon Village. And I have to say, that's pretty incredible and very lucky for the citizens of this village, because every other place in the entire world gets filled with monsters. So, the citizens of Ordon, you're doing fantastic. We also see walls of trees, which act as kind of a natural defense against monsters heading to this area. Another important note to make is the mayor, Mayor Bo. I mean, look at this guy. He is a beefy boy. Ain't nobody messing with him. We also see Fado, the man who runs the goat farm, another beefcake. Nobody's messing with him either. And we also see Russell, who usually lives in this house right here, but he's off fighting battles of Hyrule. But if he was here, he has a collection of swords and shields in his home that could really help with defense. Not that this village needs it, but if you need help in this village, this is the door you gotta knock on. Overall, the safety is high, the crime rate is low, so the quality of life in that regard, green checkmark, man! You can't get more safe than Ordon Village. You go to Kakariko Village, you're getting attacked left and right. You come to Ordon Village, all you're gonna do is be safe and play with goats. Good lord. Safety? Alrighty. So looking at the second point, economic factors, like employment for instance, throughout the village, we see a number of different places, right? So we have Ordon Pumpkin. We have a pumpkin patch right here to be exact. This particular good is sold throughout Hyrule, right? Even reaching the far barren lands of Snow Peak Ruins, which is pretty impressive. So this potentially could be employment, right? A pumpkin farmer, if you will. And I do believe there's more over here. Yes, there is. Potentially. Oh, see, this guy already has some laid out. That's pretty fantastic. He's examining his work, right? He's saying to himself, wow, these are some nice pumpkins, folks. So you do have that opportunity to be a farmer. Also, if you want to note, there is a shop here, right in this little village here. It is called Sierra's Sundries. I don't know. I've never actually read that sign before. But going inside, we're going to find some things out. There she is. Wow, she's got a nice little shop here. And I'm assuming she potentially could have employees. I don't know. She can't work 7 days a week. That's inhumane, right? There's laws that prevent bosses from doing that, right? But, you know, she's got a little cat. Let's see what she has for sale. You got milk from the goats, which we'll go into in a minute. We have bee larvae, which grow from the trees all around us, and lantern oil. That's pretty fantastic. I don't know how you make that, but that's not for me to know. Maybe they import that in. Now, going to another point of potential employment. First of all, we're going to make a quick pit stop at the mayor's house. So they do have a mayor here. I'm not sure if he gets paid, but he is a mayor nonetheless. Going up here, we have Ordon Ranch. Okay, it is a goat farm, folks. I'm not sure what they do with the goats. I doubt they slaughter the goats. I hope not. But it seems to me that they milk the goats and make cheese out of them. Because you can buy Ordon cheese throughout the game. And you can buy Ordon milk as well. So, and this place doesn't look like a place that they would slaughter these goats, right? It just seems like they all live happily ever after and they're just getting milked. So, the economic factors, like employment, I gotta say, green check mark, man. Good Lord, there's plenty of opportunities in this little village. Discussing the infrastructure of this village is tough because this exists in a time without far-out technology like railroads and interstates, so it's a tough measure to calculate. We also see well-traversed paths going in and out of the village, which is just neat and tidy. And it's also important to note that these little bridges that go over water, that's pretty dandy too. I mean, you gotta get your horses across somehow, right? Another important part of infrastructure is utilities. Now behind me, we do see this big, beautiful water wheel. If this village does have electricity, which I don't think they do, they could utilize this wheel to make reusable energy because they have a little stream here that flows directly into the bigger lake in the village, and they could use it. I'm not sure what they use this water wheel for, but that's not for me to know right now. Given what little infrastructure we do see in this village, I gotta say, green check mark. You got a little bit of infrastructure. You got your little bridges right here. This is a beautiful fucking bridge here, folks. You also have these beautiful pathways that are well traversed, neat and tidy. And you also have the water wheel, man. Gosh, that is a beautiful water wheel. What do you folks, hey, sir, what do you use this wheel for? Now, looking at the fourth point, recreation, there's not a whole lot. Although, if you go back behind, whose house is this? Jaggle and Pergy and Tallow and Mallow's house? I've never read that sign before. If you go back here, you have a nice little fishing spot. I'm assuming that fishing is a big part of this little village that they have here. Because they have two sections, right? One's here, and another one is across the way over there. And there's plenty of fish in this little, like, lake that we got going. So I'm assuming the big point in recreation in this little village is fishing, right? It seems to be built around this little, like, miniature lake right here. So I'm just assuming, besides that guy, he's kind of just sightseeing. Fishing is the recreation, right? Of course, you have your normal stuff that you can do inside, like reading and sword making. I know Russell, who owns the corner house over there, he does sword making, right? Which could also go into the employment factor. But, you know, your normal stuff outside, you go hiking, you go fishing. I gotta say, green check mark, baby, recreation. Plenty of stuff to do, folks, in this simple little village. The environmental factors of this village is very important. Take a look around you, man. Take a deep breath. You smell that air quality? This place is in the middle of a forest filled with green, pure air. There's not air pollution for miles. Good God. That's nice. That's nice. And in terms of green spaces in this area, look around, man. The entire thing exists in a giant forest. Good Lord, let me show you another beautiful area. Now, right here, we have the beautiful area of Ordon Ranch, okay? Look at all this green. Look at that air quality. Look at all these goats. God, that's kind of why it smells like poop up here. But they use these goats to sell goat milk throughout the village and the greater area of Hyrule, and potentially goat cheese, which I've never had. It kind of sounds disgusting now that I think about it, but what's the difference between a goat and a cow? I don't know. They both have the little things that milk come out of. I'm not a scientist here, folks, but I gotta say, this area absolutely nails the quality of air and the greenery space. This is just beautiful. Good Lord. Let me show you one more beautiful place. Okay, we are on top of like a stone thing high above the village, which is equal to this house right here. And I gotta tell you, look at those trees back there, man. Good Lord, this place is absolutely beautiful. Environmental factors, green check mark. Good Lord, you couldn't get any better than this place. You want to live a nice, safe, peaceful living? Ordon Village. Going into our 6th point, we have community and social cohesion. Now, there isn't a lot of citizens in this little village. It seems like everybody, just today at least, is keeping to themselves. Right, like that guy's watching hawks. That guy over there is looking at his pumpkins. I believe the mayor is in his house today, right? So this might be a work day. So I think the mayor is just like, you know, doing paperwork, mayor stuff, right? Oh yeah, he's working today. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably lost in thought right now, but you know, he's got plenty of mayor duties that I'm gonna leave that to him. The other citizen that I can think of is Fado, who is the goat farmer, and he's definitely just herding goats and doing farm stuff up there in the Ordon Ranch. So I would say, given the hunch that I have, excuse me, that their social and community cohesion is pretty high. And I'll tell you what leads me to that decision, right? They have a community dojo. In the back of the mayor's house, we have a community dojo right here, folks. I'm assuming that they all gather and watch sumo fights or whatever, you know, Friday and Saturday nights. I'm assuming not today because they're all working today, right? Like, what are these? The Way of Sumo. So maybe this is sumo school, right? Maybe they do both. They do schooling and they watch the sumo fights. But like I said, today's probably a work day, so I can't blame them on their lack of community right at this second. I've seen them together in other parts of the game, right? They banded together against the monsters. So community and social cohesion, I gotta tell you, I'm giving it the green check mark, baby. It just seems like a peaceful, unified community. And discussing the cleanliness of this village, I gotta tell you, I can't find a single piece of trash in this entire village. All I have to say is the citizens who live here really value their place of living because there's not one speck of dirt out of place. This is beautiful. I also want to point out how fucking crystal clear this water is. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if they drink this water per se. I'm assuming it's a natural spring that leads into, you know, another body of water. But I'm not sure if they pipe this water in. I mean, why would you if you have a natural stream that goes into a bigger, greater body of water? I'm not sure. All I'm here to say is how clear that water is. That is, I just want to drink it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to drink it. Oh my God, that is just good water. I am just very impressed with how good that water is. Upon further inspection, it looks like the water naturally comes in through this spring right here. So I'm just assuming they use this water for cooking, cleaning, drinking, and bathing. Because like I said, it seems to be naturally filtered through the rocks. So you can't get much better than that. That is Mother Nature right there, baby. So all that being said, the cleanliness of Ordon Village, green checkmark. Good God, I can't believe Ordon Village got a perfect score. You know, folks, I gotta say, this is a really nice village. If I had to live in a peaceful area inside of a video game, I gotta be honest with you, it's definitely gonna be Ordon Village. 7 out of 7 green check marks, man. I am going to have a meeting with Mayor Bo in Ordon Village because I am very impressed with the quality of living in the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess's Ordon Village. This place is absolutely beautiful, dude. Are you serious? If you know of a video game place that you want me to examine next, let me know in the comments below. Join my Discord. You could follow me over on twitch.tv/officialjoeyc. If you want to support the channel, you can subscribe. But if you want to support more, you could become a YouTube channel member, or you can go to patreon.com/officialjoeyc for all your exclusive Joey C needs. And with that, folks, I leave you with one thing. Okay, cherish the precious moments, be love, and stay, dude. I'm out of here. Good Lord. Turn the green screen off. This looks kind of weird now that I'm back home. Good God, I'm going to go make a PB&J sandwich, except I don't have any peanut butter.